What's up, Barbells Barstools Nation? This is Justin. I'm going to be bringing you your weekly update here every Wednesday on insurance and financial products, or insurance to protect your finances. First week, I guess, is I figured I'd start out pretty basic, something I see in my office almost every day, something I have to explain to people every day because it's common to not really understand what you have out there. And that's liability limits and having full coverage versus just liability on your vehicle. So to start off pretty simply, think about when you hear the law that you have to have insurance. What does that mean? That means you have to have liability limits on your vehicle. In the state of Illinois, where I am right now, minimum liability limits by law are $25,000, $50,000, $20,000. Those are saying in the event of an accident you are at fault for, your insurance company is going to pay up to $25,000 per person of bodily injury, so medical bills, anything like that. Up to $50,000 per accident of bodily injury, so damage to myself and my passenger if I was the one that got hit, and then $20,000 of property damage. So that's damage to the other vehicle, building, fence, pole, whatever the heck you may hit. Basically, that's the part you have to have by law. Newer vehicles, 10 years older and 10 years and newer, I should say, we recommend you have full coverage on. Full coverage is the part that's going to protect your vehicle. So if I have just liability limits and I run into somebody, my liability is going to take care of them, but it's not going to take care of my vehicle and getting it fixed. Now, if I had full coverage, which would comprise of comprehensive and collision, then I would be covered. Generally, those come with deductibles. Industry standards about $500. That's saying if I were to hit someone and I damaged them and they had medical bills, something like that, my liability is going to extend to them up to my coverage limit. And then my full coverage, my collision in this case, is going to take care of my vehicle. So I'm going to pay the first $500, and then your insurance company is going to pay everything else. You pay your deductible first, everything else is on the insurance company, or in insurance lingo, we say any damages subject to your deductible. So again, liability limits are just for other people and to protect them for any damage you may do to them. That's what's required by law. Full coverage protects your vehicle and gets that fixed if something were to happen to it. So collision is car on fixed object, we like to say. Comprehensive is everything else. Tree falls on your car, you hit a deer, stuff like that. Generally, you're only going to be rated for the collision part of it because that's pretty much your fault. Like I said, car or car on fixed object. You got to hit another car or you got to hit a fixed object. That tree or that pole that you hit didn't jump out in front of you. Everything else, like I said, deer, you can't control the deer running through the woods that decides to hop out in the road and you hit them. So insurance companies generally, I can't speak for all of them, but generally are not going to rate you for your comprehensive claims. So again, just wrapping up, liability limits are what you have to have by law. State of Illinois, state minimum is $25,000, $50,000, $20,000. Full coverage is optional insurance that you can have on there. Generally, if you have an auto loan, going to be required by whoever is the lien holder on your vehicle to have full coverage, just so theirs is their vehicle. Basically, it's theirs because they loaned you the money for it. So they're holding title until you pay it off. They want to make sure their vehicle is covered. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast. Listen to the updates we're going to be bringing out to you every week from all our members, making sure we explain life to you, fitness goals, motivation, anything like that. Be sure to buy our shirts as well. Helps us out. I just had a great workout in this Barbells Barstools Dry Fit. Thanks a lot. Hope you guys have a great rest of the evening.